California chemistry teacher has mental episode and cuts a kid's hair.
Also, endangered seals are getting eels stuck in their noses. Nature is weird.
And a child brings a sex doll to a school nativity scene. Now that's what I call a holy night.
I'm Natty.
I'm Eric.
Welcome to the show.
This is the Misguided Meeples podcast.
Gangs of roaming grandmas like one-upping each other in the comment sections. Look at my grandson. He's so amazing.
With your hosts, Eric.
You're an enemy to bird kind. Copious amounts of cocaine. Cold-skinned cabana boys.
Familiar names in research.
Then there's something wrong with you. You're certainly not very good.
And Natty.
Put it in prisoner visitor bums. It'd be a lot easier. Show me your tits. Family-friendly content, without a doubt. Oh, I thought people kept chickens because they wanted eggs and kind of hated themselves. Hey, everyone, and welcome. This is the Misguided Meeples podcast.
Hold on. You're still on mute.
Oh, am I?
You're still on mute. There we go. I almost forgot to unmute you. All right.
I only started because you were like dying on your beer.
Well, I didn't. I mute during the intro, and then we do it
Oh,
live.
I started.
So I mute it when we're doing all the drops and stuff, and then I turn it back on. I usually give a signal, but I was laughing.
And I did not wait for a signal.
Well, anyways.
Yes, it's going well.
You gonna continue giving the intro of the show?
Oh, yeah, I guess so. Hey, everyone, and welcome. This is the Misguided Meeples podcast, having conversations about the most bizarre news of the week. We are now carried on Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, Podbean, and YouTube, and we would greatly appreciate a subscribe, a like, or a review if you like the podcast. Only nice reviews, though, or we will sue your website for not being blind friendly.
Yeah, I've heard that can cost a lot of money, so I would just write a nice review and not get sued.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how to fix that problem, so I wouldn't want that problem.
If you don't have a website, I'll make you a website and then sue your website.
For not being blind friendly, which
Exactly.
it won't, because he's making
Because I'm making It's kind of like a self-fulfilling prophecy.
It really is, isn't it?
Yeah. Prophecy is easy for me to say.
Yeah, it's an easy word. What are you talking about?
Yeah. So how was your week, Natty?
Oh, you know.
Just chilling?
Just yeah, let's say that.
You had the
Sounds
day
nice.
off, so that was...
I got the day off. That was
yeah.
nice. Yeah.
Monday, nice day off.
Yeah.
Nice way to start the week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I have to wait till next Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
yeah. So you can't really win.
Yeah. Well, at least you got one day, though.
I got one day.
Yeah. Hey. It's good. It's better than 0 days.
True. I still have my sanity. Kind of.
Kind of. Like, it's just amazing to me. I don't know how you do that.
It's like sand in my hands. It's gonna fall out eventually.
Very true. So have you watched anything new and exciting on Netflix recently?
On Netflix?
I've had a rough week, so I've been watching a lot of Netflix.
No. It's not more plugging, huh? We're getting this is becoming a trend now.
Well, you gotta plug a little bit, and hopefully they'll catch on.
Yeah.
More and more. There's gotta be like some
hint.
there's gotta be like some auditory algorithm out there that's just like scouring all podcasts for like.
He said Netflix.
Are they saying nice things about Netflix? Okay.
And sponsored.
Oh yeah, that'd be nice.
That would be nice.
I would take it. Yeah, I just recently I watched season 2 of Big Mouth, and I went through the Death Note series again. So I had a lot of...
Yeah, you did. Because I've done the Death Note series before. It's a good 24 episodes.
Yeah. So it's good. It's good. But
good.
the only problem about Death Note for me, and spoiler alert, sorry if you haven't seen Death Note, you should go watch Death Note.
You should.
As you pause this podcast, come back to it in about 48 hours, and then resume.
That's how this podcast was designed to be listened to.
Yeah.
To take a break and watch 24 episodes of another show.
Yeah.
Mid-podcast.
Seems legit.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. It all falls off the cliff with L.
Oh, yeah. It goes so wrong so fast. Like most of our article topics, actually.
Yes, that's very true. I just don't understand. Like, he can kill everyone. Like, that's been bothering me all week. Like, literally, as soon as L is dead, he should just kill everyone.
Yes.
that knows anything about the investigation at all.
Yeah.
Like, literally, that's what he should do, but he doesn't.
No.
Because he's a dumbass.
Yes.
I guess it's like the point of the God complex. It's like, oh, it was his downfall, but like, for someone who's so smart, he's so stupid.
Yeah.
So stupid.
They generally go hand in hand.
And then I watched Big Mouth, and I was not impressed. So yeah.
Yeah.
After we just got sidetracked by my Netflix discussion. Hey, Netflix show. No. Anyways, yeah. Basically, episode 15 of the Misguided Meeple show. Back on track.
Yes.
And speaking of mental episodes, we have a lovely story earlier this week of a California teacher who cuts her students' hair while singing the national anthem. This one is bizarre, and if you can go find the video at some point, it does it justice. This lady, it looks like she's having like a mental episode in her classroom,
and we can't properly express the way she sings the national anthem. It's somewhere, it borders this weird line of singing and yelling. It's very unique.
Yeah, I wonder if I can play the sound. I don't know if it'll do it justice. Maybe I'll splice it in here, but
ooh, I can play it off my phone shittily into the mic.
No, I'll record it later and see if it actually sounds good as sound instead of and then maybe I'll just cut out the explanation of me saying
why.
Whatever. Hey. But anyways, California high school teacher has lost her job, and rightfully so, after seeing this video.
So.
And is facing criminal charges after cell phone video emerged of her forcibly cutting a student's hair while belting out an incorrect rendition of the national anthem. I love how the writer of this story was just like, it was an incorrect rendition.
Yeah, but my impression is that they're correct phrases. She just throws them all over the place. There's no real order.
Mm-hmm. So this is Margaret Giesinger, Giesinger,
Mrs. G.
Mrs. G, or Margaret G.
Crazy G.
Crazy G. Anyways, who is teaching at University Preparatory High School. Go away, Anderson Cooper. I do not want to see your face.
But
anymore.
He wants to see yours.
He did. He popped up.
Yeah, he does that.
This article is from CNN. So it is sort of fake news. No, it's 100% real. 1 count of false imprisonment. That's what she's facing so far. 2 counts of cruelty to a child, 2 counts of battery, and 1 count of assault.
Yes, on his hair.
Which she can serve 3.5 years in prison if she is convicted on all of the charges. Which, according to looking at the video, I think she should be convicted on a couple of them. That's for sure.
Looking at the video, I think she'll be institutionalized instead.
Definitely the 2 counts of cruelty to a child.
Yeah, she did cut a fair amount of hair out that kid.
Like, so basically, the cell phone video, and we'll try to go through play by play with the cell phone video. But basically, how this goes down is okay. So before the video, she showed up to her first period chemistry class, brandishing a pair of scissors and saying it was haircut day.
It's haircut day. So, I imagine something like that.
Anyone with a brain goes, okay, I'm going to take out my cell phone and videotape this because this is fucking insane. This is chemistry class. So,
wait, are you not supposed to have haircut day during your chemistry class?
Did you?
I don't want to talk about it.
I mean, all throughout high school, you had long hair, so no one cut your hair.
If it was anyone, it would have been misstyling.
Yeah.
Just throwing that one out there.
So basically, that's when the video came on, and she is calling for a male student in the front of the class to sit down on a chair that she put in the front of the class. She makes him sit and then cuts chunks of his hair, like not even trying to be like even about it. She just fucking taking
just random
like pulling
bits.
out his hair,
Yeah.
and then just fucking just taking chunks.
Yeah, about the size of like a breakfast sausage.
She does about like 3 of these to him before like other students in the class tell the kid to like get up and like leave.
Yeah, like, what are you doing? Get as far away from her as humanly possible.
Fucking insane. She's not like, this is clearly like a mental episode. And while she's doing this, while she's cutting the hair, she's singing the Star Spangled Banner, like just bizarre verses. Like, just like, oh, say, can you see?
Yeah, it's really disturbing.
It's just really weird. Basically, after the student moves away, she holds the scissors up like a lunatic and says, who's next? No, she said, demanding that another student come to the front of the class.
Yeah.
She can be heard telling students that someone will be chosen if no one volunteers. No one wants to volunteer as tribute for that one, huh?
No, weird, huh?
No one wanted a haircut day.
Or no one had a bald kid to send up.
She just wanted to cut some hair.
Yeah.
You know, seems legit.
Yeah, it seems fine. Until she started aggressively attacking the students to cut their hair.
Right.
Yeah.
So she begins to sing again and then darts between the desks and starts lunging at a female student with the scissors in her hand. And she pulls the female student's long hair to the side as she attempts to cut it. And that's when all the students just are like, what the fuck? And literally everyone gets out of the room. Like, that's insane. And luckily enough for everyone, and hopefully anyone who ever had her as a teacher, someone got it on video, and so, you know, criminal charges and all that shit can be brought against this crazy person.
Yes. Because she is crazy.
Right.
Yeah. It's you know, it's funny how schools spend so much money and time trying to defend themselves and their students from the external forces that may come to the school. But what about the crazy people who work in your school?
Oh, yeah. And this is not a first-time offense for her either.
Ooh. Well, maybe not specifically singing and cutting hair, but...
Yes. Not specifically that instance.
Yeah.
Not that event.
No, they let it slide twice, and then just like, you know, this third time, sorry. I mean, we tried.
Apparently, the California Commission on Teacher Credentialing disciplined her twice before this most recent incident. She received a 1-week suspension in 2017 and a 2-week suspension in May of 2016.
Ooh.
And basically only they didn't say what these were for, because apparently under California law you can't tell us.
Yes, no Sunshine Act.
Just the whole only the punishment is given out as public information, which is stupid and not transparent, but whatever.
Oh, I mean, it's gonna happen again if they keep her, because if you think about it, the first jump was 9 years apart. Now it's 2 years apart.
Yeah, that should have been kind of a red flag. Like the 2007 one is like, okay, like maybe something happened and it was just like, you know, went too far. And then she was clean for like 9 years.
Yeah, and she's good.
And
or did
then-
nothing offensible enough to get a suspension anyway.
Right. She didn't do haircut day.
Yeah, she didn't do haircut day.
And basically, yeah, and then 2016, that should have, I don't know what these events were, but apparently it warranted a 2-week suspension of a teacher.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, if you're a kid and you get suspended for 2 weeks, you probably beat someone up in school.
so she probably beat up a kid in school.
That is a logical... Yeah, that sounds right.
Seems legit.
Yeah.
No.
While singing the Pledge of Allegiance.
She's really obsessed with the Pledge of Allegiance.
There it is.
Woo!
She's very patriotic in her insanity.
Yes. So, a couple of quotes here to end off the story. Her husband has come to her defense, and
She has a husband?
apparently, husband came to the...
Does he have any hair left?
Haircut day is every day for him.
Yeah, he just doesn't have any hair.
He's bald.
That day's come for a long time.
Yeah, he's avoided haircut day by just being bald the whole time.
Yeah. Well, no, haircut day was successful for the first 3 days of the relationship, and it's just kind of maintained from there.
So he told an affiliate news site that the behavior shown in the cell phone video was completely out of character for his wife. And yeah, she doesn't do stuff like that apparently.
Well, you're not going to admit that, are you? I mean,
but she just did stuff like that. And
yeah.
Even though it's not public information on what she got suspended 2 weeks as a teacher for, I assume if you get suspended for 2 weeks as a teacher, it's serious.
Yes, I would think so, yeah. But not so serious that you get fired.
It's like a 3 strikes rule.
It probably is, actually. That makes sense. Maybe she had tenure. I mean, she had been there for 9 years between.
Do high school teachers get tenure? She's not like a university teacher.
Maybe?
I don't know.
I
I don't know if any of our teachers got tenure.
I don't think it matters for her anymore.
No, she's fired. So. It don't matter. She's gone.
She's gone.
Gone like the wind.
You like this one? She should have made better choices.
No shit.
So, our next article is about making better choices.
Ooh, good
yeah,
segue.
You like that, right? It's beautiful.
I do like.
It's actually fairly clunky.
Hey, you got there.
It got there. Yeah.
It's smoother than most of the transitions that we do.
Yes.
I just can't wait till I have to transition to the next one. I have to brainstorm for that one.
Yeah. You're gonna have to. That's gonna be a trick. So let me buy you some time.
Yes.
Endangered Hawaiian monk seals keep getting eels stuck up their noses, and scientists want them to stop. Fair enough.
I just love the picture.
It's pretty fantastic.
The seal just chilling out with the eel on its nose.
It's exactly what it sounds like. It's amazing. It's perfect. I'm gonna frame it, put it on my wall. So, a relaxed-looking juvenile Hawaiian monk seal lounges near a sandy white beach. That is the picture in question. There's also a seal sticking out of his nose, and he looks very okay with it.
It's an eel and a seal.
Yes.
An eel seal.
Eel, seal, eel.
Yeah, they're like trying to merge together, like with our powers to combine.
Seal. Just adds 2 more E's in there.
We'll become a seal.
Yes, favorite animal. So, it asks the question why, but doesn't actually answer said question, but we'll tell you what went down. So, and these two, they're veterinarians and experts on the monk seal, apparently reported that a little bit ago it's a remote island, and these scientists go out and watch the seal population, but no one else goes there. So when they went out there, they got sent a message that said, there's an eel in one of these seals' noses. What's the protocol? And clearly there's no protocol for that. So it was about 2 inches of eel sticking out of its nose, and they finally decided to pull it out, and it was about a 2.5-foot eel. So the vast majority of said eel was in the nose, and it was quite dead.
Damn. Well, I assume it was dead. I mean, if it was alive, that'd be terrifying.
Well, it says that this has now happened 3 or 4 times, and the eel has never survived. The seal doesn't even seem bothered.
It's another animal in your freaking nose. What's going on? How big are their noses? I'd see the picture here. Like, it doesn't look like the nose is big enough for an eel to fit in the first place.
It really doesn't. And I mean, it's head first.
Right.
And that eel was alive at some point.
So did the eel mistake its nose for like a cave or something?
Maybe. I mean, I'm wondering, wouldn't you bite if you were stuck? Wouldn't that be the instinct to be stuck in a hole, bite something, wriggle around?
I assume it tried that before it died.
It probably tried the wriggling and didn't pan out. Probably because the nose isn't big enough.
It's got stuck in there.
Boy, it must have had to really jam itself in. So they still don't know why it's happening. They just keep begging them to stop and make better life choices, which I suppose is fair.
Just get the eel at the dinner table at night and just all right, here's your fish, but seal. Come on, man, make better life choices.
better life choices.
We're not your parents, but we care about you like parents. And we really hate to see you make decisions like putting eels up your nose
Yes.
that affect your long-term health and your job prospects in the future.
I put a couple eels in my nose as a kid. I understand the draw. But you need to resist it.
How are you ever going to get a job with an eel stuck in your nose?
That's right.
Okay?
That's right. You will never be functional in the monk seal society.
No one's going to want to hire you with an eel in your nose, Larry. Come on.
He looks like a Larry.
That's such a weird kid's name, Larry.
It really is. I mean, adult Larrys must have had to have been kid Larrys at some point. It's just kind of weird to think about.
Is Larry like one of those names that like can be shortened, or like is it like Leonard, or like it's something that you change into something else, like how Billy becomes like Bob?
Oh.
Or Ted.
So what's Larry the shortened version of?
Well, Larry seems like an adult name.
And in which case, what is the
what's the kid name of Larry?
Lars.
Call him Lars. He grew up, became Larry. What if the kid's named oh my god. Like a 9-year-old Larry somewhere.
God, a 2-year-old Larry.
I wonder
Where's Larry? I left him in the crib.
Larry. I know what to name this child.
Larry. Yes. After that seal with the eel in its nose.
Oh my god. I want to figure out if this is actually something that's a thing. I think it's one of those names that you maybe it's not. You can keep going with the story if you.
Yeah, no, I'm finding the next bit. So yeah, to keep me entertained. So he has a theory. His theory is that apparently the seals they don't have hands. So when they try to dig something out among the reefs, they have to kind of like force water in. And these are all juvenile seals. So clearly they're acting out to get attention. But it also could be that they just don't know how to hunt. And they're learning their lesson the hard way.
Yes. And a hard way to learn it is.
Yes. That or they're doing eel. Stay away from eel, kids.
Yeah, don't do eel.
Don't do eel.
Don't. It's not the new drug of choice.
No.
Don't stick eels up your nose, everyone.
No, it won't do much for you.
You'll end up on this show, but you will not
It's
go anywhere else in life.
Thing.
Not a good thing. No. Apparently, the origin of the name Larry, it's Lawrence.
Lawrence. I didn't think, that's why we don't know about it. Because can you name a single person named Lawrence?
No.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Yeah. Except
Lawrence
for Lawrence of Arabia.
I was going to say the same thing. I was literally about to say the same
That's
thing.
the only thing.
Literally about to say Lawrence of Arabia.
That's all I got. I mean,
What if his name was Larry of Arabia?
Oh my god, that's a totally different movie. There he is, Larry of Arabia.
Larry of Arabia.
Hi guys.
Okay, I have a TV show for you, Larry of Arabia.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yes.
I should go to like film execs and be like, yo,
Yeah.
screenplay idea.
Yeah.
Just hear me out.
It's like the same thing, but he has a mustache, and he's called Larry.
And he's in accounting. And
Yes, and he's past his prime.
he's
without
past
a
his
doubt.
time, and he decides to go to Arabia for some reason.
Yes,
And hilarity ensues.
probably took the wrong plane
It's like a comedy, but like not
at Larry's
at
expense.
Larry's expense. It's like the guy from
Yes,
it's
yes,
like the guy
go
from
on.
Deadpool, the
Yes.
Deadpool 2 guy.
Ryan.
Now that I'm thinking about it, is it
Ryan Reynolds, isn't he?
No, wasn't the guy who had no power in the Deadpool team?
Oh,
The guy who was like literally just signed up, and it was like
Oh,
he had
yes,
no
that's
power,
right.
and they were just like, "Yo, you're good." Was he actually Larry? I think
wait,
maybe
was he really like?
I need to.
The internet shall tell us. Wow.
Oh wait, hold on.
That photo of the seal with the eel in his nose got 1,600 reactions on Facebook. This might be a publicity stunt. There's a scientist in Hawaii right now shoving eels in seals' noses.
Oh boy, I'm gonna go find the Deadpool 2. Is it Jim? I think it might be Jim. No, is it not Jim? I don't know. Anyways, it's not important. It's not important who the guy from Deadpool 2 is. That's the guy. I don't remember what his name is, but
It's Larry.
If I can remember, I will remember.
Well said.
Yeah.
That's a quote. If I can remember, I will remember. I'm putting that up like on the wall. That's amazing.
Oh wait, no. Was it Peter? Peter. Is it Peter?
It
Peter.
was something fairly common.
It was like a really like middle-aged man kind of name. Peter sounds right.
Boy, we are pissing off a lot of people with this name talk, aren't we? There are so many people named Larry out there just being like, my name's not Lawrence. I assume.
Anyways, back to the weird news.
Yes.
We've gone off track, off
We
the
have.
rails a couple times. We're sorry, everyone. We're sorry.
I'm not that sorry.
I'm really not that sorry either.
Then why are you apologizing? Stop trying to build bridges.
Burn or build?
Yo, you're good at the burning. The building's in the way.
But I mean, like I do a good job of burning bridges.
Oh
but,
yeah, there are many states that are well aware of that now.
And now Larry and Peter are also enemies of me.
Yeah, we've ostracized a fair bit of the population there with the Larry and Peters out there.
Anyone named Larry and Peter listening to this podcast right now, I'm sorry. But
He's not that sorry.
I'm actually not that sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
But really. Anywho, can't transition this from here, but
I gave you a whole story to come up with one.
I did.
Oh.
Speaking of orifices and maybe this isn't a good one.
I kind of like the way it's going.
It started off it sounded better in my head. Anyways, let's just get right into it. I don't really know how to do this one. Kid accidentally brings blow-up sex doll to school nativity scene. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So, last Thursday, a Scotland mom was embarrassed when she realized she had sent her 5-year-old son to a nativity with a sex doll.
As you do.
As you do. Now, granted, this isn't like a normal like, oh, it's a woman sex doll.
No, you wouldn't quite call it human, would you?
No, it's not a human woman.
What would you call it, Eric?
It's a sheep.
Yeah, it's a sheep.
It's a sheep. So that's why this was purchased for the child in the first place. It was bought under false pretenses.
Right.
I just want to put that out there.
Yeah,
like
she thought he might like sheep better.
It's not like she was like, trying to like bring a representation of like the Virgin Mary to a fucking.
That's true.
and
That's
brought
true.
like a female sex doll to do the job. No.
Wait, bringing a sex doll as the Virgin Mary, that is just counterintuitive from the very beginning, isn't it? You're bringing something meant to be... Well, actually, no, wait, she was a prostitute, right? Is that right?
How is she a prostitute? She's a virgin.
I don't have an answer. A very bad one, apparently.
Didn't really do the virgin thing all that great, huh? Anyways, it wasn't any situation like that. Like literally, this costume was bought off Amazon by the mother, and what came in this one was a sheep.
Yes.
It was a sheep, blow up sheep, and a bathrobe.
Yeah.
And a towel.
What is clearly a dishcloth.
It literally looks like some dude went to a sex toy store, a really weird sex toy store, and bought a sheep blow up sex doll, and also went to a yard sale and bought a freaking nightgown robe, shower robe, and a towel and an elastic band to put around the towel to make it look like a turban.
Yes, that is in effect what I mean. Yeah, anyone international won't get this, but if you're a U.S. resident, it looks like he got everything he needed at Savers.
Oh, 100%.
Except for maybe the sheep sex doll. I think that's even too weird for Savers.
I haven't been in Savers for a long time, but I don't think they have this. I
don't go there because they don't have blow up sheep sex dolls.
Different strokes for different folks, I guess.
Yeah, you know. You gotta know where to find that shit.
I apparently. But anyways, basically, like I said before, it was bought off Amazon. It was listed online as Labree's Kids Boys Brown Shepherd Costume Inflatable Sheep Nativity Fancy Dress Outfit.
Like the best name for an item I've ever seen.
That is amazing.
IKEA could take a note from these guys.
and had one large hole. So the sheep, she realized it was a sex doll once she realized that there was a very large hole in the sheep's ass.
Which didn't happen until the kid was sent home.
And yes, that's true. Like, he went to school with this.
Yes, there was no last minute save. It happened.
And she thought it was weird because, you know, it had painted on eyelashes and red lips, but she didn't realize the large hole in the butt until it was way too late to take that back.
Yeah, it's past the point of no return at that point.
Right. And yeah, basically Amazon came down and said no more listing for that item, and I tend to agree with that.
Yeah. Now, if you want to buy your shepherd's costume, you have to buy it separately from your inflatable blow-up doll sheep.
That's just weird that was someone's idea. Like, I was like, oh yeah, I'll just sell this sheep sex toy as a kid's toy. And then also, who's making sheep sex toys?
I bet someone did this for their kid for like some other thing, and they're just like, oh, well, I'll just sell it as that because that works. And no one caught it on the first go.
No one caught, yeah. It's like, oh yeah, my kid used this last year. I'll just sell it again on Amazon to, you know, the kid grew out of it. But
someone else will use it.
Someone else will use this. I'll get $10 off this.
Lovely shepherd costume and the little sheep.
Oh my god, it's just so bizarre. Like, how is this a thing? Why the one thing I keep coming back to every time I read the story is, why do sex dolls of sheep exist?
Really, what I'm coming back to is, why do the eyelashes make it more appealing?
Yeah, it has eyelashes and some lipstick on the mouth.
But like, if you're looking at a sheep, you're like, oh, it's a sheep. And you put lipstick on it, and you're like, look at that. Like, what? How does that the appeal?
Apparently, you can't put lipstick on a pig, but you can put lipstick on a sheep.
Yeah, that and some like I don't know, classic red light district, like that blue eyeliner, and like it's very cliche, except that for the fact that it's a sheep.
The sheep.
Yeah.
It's sexy
fantastic.
sheep. It's a very seducing sheep.
It's a very seductive sheep. And he's been to several nativity plays.
Oh my god. Used. Oh no, it's a kid. It's supposed to be a kid's toy.
Yeah,
no.
I am assuming it was used as a costume.
I hope so.
Well, it probably was. But the guy was like 36.
Yeah, it was probably like a really bad
It was his
Halloween costume. Oh god. Yeah.
Oh boy.
And apparently, the woman says that the she tried taking the sheep away from her son, and he actually enjoyed the sheep and was not allowed.
Oh, I bet he did.
He's 5. He's 5.
Starting early, that one.
He's starting earlier. Anyways, I told him it didn't look like a proper sheep because it had a mustache, red lipstick, and a bow on its head, but he still wanted to play with it. But she plans to take it away and blame it on Elf in the Shelf, or Elf on a Shelf, when Alfie, Alfie is the kid's name.
I just like
Alfie
that she said
isn't looking.
Well, I just like that she said that he's probably upstairs right now shoving Legos in the hole. Like, you can think that. Did you have to tell the media outlets that
No.
little gem of a thought?
Oh, and then also, like, when you're this kid, I feel so bad. Sorry, kid. When you grow up and you actually understand what this is now, and you know you have a news story on you, and you know you're international news. Sorry.
Alfie, do you like sheep? Why?
Sorry, you'll not live down all the sheep jokes
Yes.
that high school has in store for you.
Prepare yourself for fraternity, because they are ready for you.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Anyways, so yeah, basically, like I said before, Amazon removed the item, saying that their seller did not meet the retailer's guidelines.
Which is labeling a sex toy as a sex toy.
Yes, and not as a kid's story.
Yeah.
As you do.
Yes.
As you're not supposed to do.
And
yet it happens. And that's why this podcast exists.
the internet's a magical place.
Yay! Where we talk about the weirdest news of the week.
And Canada, man.
And we have to do more. I do at some point want to do like a show where we do like all like Canada man.
No, I like Canada. Let's stick with that.
Canada man.
Man.
Unfortunately, Canada doesn't have the same law as the Florida man one, but
That's true.
there are some good Canada stories out there, so I'm sure.
Well, let's just do like a blurb. Canada, get naked and do stupid shit
Yes.
now.
Agree.
If you're not watching the podcast, which you're not, you should be out there being naked and doing stuff.
Agreed. You should give us content, please.
Yes, it's one or the other.
Content.
You listen or you contribute. That's it.
Yes. Listen, contribute, or you can do both.
Yes.
You can do both.
You can do both. That's okay. Yeah. You know,
We
wouldn't.
would prefer if you listened, or at least downloaded. That'd be nice.
Yeah, I would take that. Honestly, I prefer both. I prefer them just getting naked and doing stupid shit. I think it's hysterical.
Get in the news.
Yes.
Doing stupid shit.
Yes. It has to be newsworthy,
Yes.
or we'll never hear about it.
Anyways, episode 15.
Episode 15.
Didn't think we'd come this far. Oh man, craziness.
Oh, if we haven't been removed by now, I think we're in the clear.
I think we're all set.
Yeah.
I think we're good.
Yeah.
I think we just said it right here. Anyways, thank you all so much for joining our conversation today. Like I said before, episode 15, we would love a like, share, or subscribe. Getting out there. If you'd like to join our conversation, email us at misguidedmeeplespodcast@gmail.com or tweet us at misguidedmeeple. I will do better at the Twitter thing, even though I've been lacking in the Twitter game. I'm not big Twitter. I'm a big tweet.
It's for the birds.
Tweet. Any final thoughts before you go off the air?
Don't do eel.
Don't
Especially if you're a seal.
don't do eel if you're a seal. It does not make you like a transformer like Gundam to get to
It's
an
nice
eel
to
and a
think
seal.
it would. But no, there's no hybrid to be made there.
Yeah, an eel seal is not.
How would that even be
thing.
successful? I'm just picturing a seal now with two eels just like moving around out of his nose like a weird Medusa creature. Like, I don't know. That's a very strange concept.
That would be something to see, though.
Yeah, that would be something to see.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, the only problem being that the eels can't breathe out of water, but the seal can.
Eel seal hybrid. Maybe if they go in the other way, like they can have their head out.
I misinterpreted the other way.
They have to, no, not that way. The eel goes in the other way into the nose. What the hell were you thinking?
It's not family friendly content.
Really kind of coming out.
Yeah, no.
Anyways, don't do eel. Thank you all for joining our conversation this week. We'll talk to y'all next week. That was a pen dropping on the floor. Great. Wonderful.
Bye.
Bye. The music in our intro is Retro Future Clean, and the outro music you hear now is called Breakdown.
Both tracks were done by Kevin MacLeod at incomtech.com. If you would like to get in contact with the show, our email address is misguidedmeeplespodcast@gmail.com.
On Twitter, we are at Misguided Meeple. Follow us for show news and links to all the crazy news stories we covered in this week's episode.
And maybe even some bonus ones we didn't cover.
Gotta follow us to find out.